Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So, Jace and Dedeker, Jace, how about we start with you today? How are you doing with this new book that we're about to embark on?
I know, it's an exciting day because we're starting a new book, and you said that intro at probably like 200% speed. I'm sure everyone with their podcast machines is like, oh shit, I had the like fast forward button on.
Oh, did I do that? I don't know.
Yeah, you sounded very, very excited, very pumped.
Yeah.
Well, I am pumped, you know? I'm pumped. We have exited the realm of Samuel. It's been a while, and now we're entering a new realm. Kings, so many of them. 2, in fact, at least.
At the very least, more than one king will we learn about this time around.
Yeah.
For certain.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Do you have any, like, Emily, could you sum up kind of 1st and 2nd Samuel all like in a couple sentences? Go.
Oh boy. Okay. So there was this guy, Samuel. It was Samuel who like found David and was,
well, first
like,
he found someone else.
Was it Eli? Was there an Eli?
Eli
No?
raised Samuel. Eli
That's
was the
the
priest who
one.
raised Samuel when
Yeah.
Samuel was a little baby boy.
So, So Samuel found Saul first?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did
there
he?
you go.
Okay. But then, and he was like, okay, everyone, you want a king, here he is. But he wasn't a very good king. I mean, ish, but not great. And so then they found David, and he played his harp and like was really a ruddy boy, and everyone liked him. And eventually he killed Goliath, and everyone thought that was really cool. And so eventually, after many years of David and Saul going back and forth and like throwing spears at each other and watching each other poop.
It was kind of
one-way
Spear throwing.
They were
yeah.
one-way spear throwing,
and
one-way
one way
poop watching.
Yeah. After that happened, Saul died. And also David fell in love with Saul's son, and that was really cute. But then Jonathan died, and that was very sad. And there were a bunch of wars, probably. Also, Samuel died, so I don't know why there was a second book that was entitled Samuel 2. And I don't know, David became king, and he did a bunch of stuff, and he had a bunch of kids. The end.
That was pretty
and
good.
he sang.
That was great.
Actually, I'm surprised. You
Yeah.
got a lot of the story beats. Not all the story beats, but
Not all
many
of them. There
That
were a
was-
lot of story beats. There was a census at the end, and they got mad that it happened.
Yeah.
By they, I mean God.
Yeah, God was not into that census.
The forbidden census. Right. I almost blocked that from my memory that happened last time.
Yeah. That was like
And
right
remember
what happened
that
last
there was
time.
kind of that, what was it? What would you call it? The game show of which punishment do you want to receive from Yahweh for doing the
Yeah.
census?
So what happened in the pestilence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a plague.
And so there was a plague for
Yeah.
3
3 days.
days.
Yeah.
But still like 70,000 people died. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
a
rough.
lot.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. And I guess David, not the S name, David is still alive
Barely,
right now.
Barely. We did
Barely
kind of
hanging
get
on.
some rumblings that they were his last words at the end of
Yeah,
2
they
Samuel.
said last words, but, you know, it could be his second to last words. It could be the last words of that sentence, and then he's going to say more later. Who knows? But yeah. So, okay, on this momentous occasion of Kings the First, the very first king, but not the very first one, what are we drinking?
Wow. Okay. I made myself a little mint julep with fresh mint from the backyard.
Wait, I want to see. Is it
I mean,
beautiful?
it doesn't look very beautiful.
Oh, no, it is. It's lovely. It's lovely.
green, you know.
What does a mint julep have in it? Is that a rum
It's-
drink?
No, it's a whiskey. It's bourbon with
yeah.
simple syrup. I used agave and fresh mint, and just a little. I put just a little bit of soda water in it, and poured it over ice, and it's just nice and refreshing, and makes you think of the Kentucky Derby.
Did that happen this year? I don't think it did. Yeah,
Probably not. I have no
probably
idea.
not. I don't know either.
And I made myself a little blended margarita.
Ooh, look at that. It's in your blender cup and everything.
I know. I've got my little Magic Bullet blender cup here, my
Love it.
NutriBullet. Yeah, it's great. And I got a new tequila called Espolón, is what it's called. And I
Ooh.
really like it. Today's my first day trying it, and it's quite delicious.
I'm glad that you like it. I made myself kind of a tequila drink. I muddled some cucumber and basil with simple syrup that I made. And what else? Triple sec and tequila.
I was going to say the alcohol, probably.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds great.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's quite lovely. So highly recommend it. All righty. So what are we doing today?
What are we reading today, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, today we're starting our brand new book, First Kings, starting with chapters 1 and 2. If you want to read along with us, you can go to drunkbiblestudy.com/read and type in 1 Kings 1-2. As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen to us while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time. And with that, 1 Kings 1. Goodness. That was intense. All right, here we go. Now, King David was old and stricken in years. Well, yes, he was. And they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Like, he's still cold? He's a cold boy?
It's got a little chill going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Therefore his servants said to him, "Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin." What?
Oh, dear.
Oh dear is right. "And let her stand before the king and cherish him, and let her lie in your bosom, that my lord the king may keep warm."
Okay. Do you think it's
Why
like
does it need to
literally
be a virgin?
Yeah. Okay. That's what gives me pause. Like, is
virgins
it
are
literally
the
just
warmest of...
No, they're not. Why can't
Everyone
it be
knows
one
that,
of his?
Chase.
Yes. Why can't it be one of his many wives or his many concubines that he's not having sex with?
Well, concubines clearly can't be having sex with them. We ruled that out before, I guess.
Yeah. Apparently. All right. All right. So they sought for a beautiful young lady throughout all the borders of Israel and found Abishag, the Shunammite, and brought her to the king.
Wait, what is this? What is this lady's name?
Abishag.
Abishag. What a name for a virgin.
Abishag.
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 What a name for anyone. Abishag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
goodness. You know,
Oh,
this is
it
reminding.
has shag in there. So.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking here.
They're like this. We knew she was the one from the beginning. This
Yeah.
is reminding me of. I would need to fact check this, but what I've heard anyway is that in some cultures over time, there is a belief that if you sleep with a virgin, whatever ailment or sickness you have will get passed to the virgin and take it away from you. I've heard
You
that
mean
from
his old age?
She'll become old. It's like a portrait of Dorian Gray, but with like the virgins of Dorian Gray, the virgins of
but
David Gray.
I have heard stories of that being that narrative around STIs specifically, that if you sleep with the virgin will take it on and take it away from you. And clearly that's not really how STIs work, but I guess some people
That's
thought that
asinine.
at some times.
Yeah,
Yes.
agreed.
Yeah. All right. Well, the young lady was very beautiful, and she cherished the king and ministered to him, but the king didn't know her intimately. Oh, all right. Well,
all right.
maybe they just like hung out and like cuddled.
Yeah, maybe he was just lonely. He really did just need a warm body.
Yeah,
There you
she
go.
just
I
kind
mean-
of
Virginal.
rubbed his arms, trying to warm him up. You know.
Yeah. Oh, king, you're so nice. Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king. And he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him.
We've seen this before.
Yeah, this exact same move, that always getting 50 men to run in front of your chariot. That's exactly what Absalom did.
Yeah, well, we know how that worked out so well for him. I mean, it did, I guess, for like a hot second, but...
Yeah.
All right. His father had not displeased him at any time in saying, why have you done so? And he was also a very goodly man, and he was born after Absalom.
Oh, I see. So he's like the next in line, I guess.
I guess so.
Because
Absalom's dead now.
Can I read you the message version of a little bit of this?
Yes.
He was the Adonijah, whose mother was Haggith, puffed himself up, saying, I'm the next king. He made quite a splash with chariots and riders and 50 men to run ahead of him. His father had spoiled him rotten as a child, never once reprimanding him. Besides that, he was very good looking and the next in line after Absalom.
They got all that information
from what we just read, yes.
From what we just read?
He was a very goodly man, and I guess his father had not displeased him at any time and saying, why have you done so?
Yeah.
I say. It's a lot to like merge between those two, but okay. He conferred with Joab, the son of Zeruiah, and with Abithar, the priest, and they followed Adonijah. And they following Adonijah helped him.
We are getting some intel from the chat from people who are more familiar with Hebrew linguistics that it's probably Adonijah. Adonijah.
Like Baruch atah Adonai.
Something like that.
Similar to that. Adonijah. But Zadok the priest and Benihana, the son of Jeduiah, I'm sorry, that's going to continue, and Nathan the prophet, Nathan Prime, and Shimei and Ray, as in Ray Palpatine.
I guess that's
here.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Oh, come on. It's been a year. And the mighty men who belonged to David were not with Adonijah. Adonijah killed sheep and oxen and fatlings by the stone of Zoeleth, which is beside En-Rogel, and he called all his brothers, the king's sons, and all the men of Judah, the king's servants. But Nathan, the prophet, and Benihana, and the mighty men, and Solomon, his brother, he didn't call.
Oh, so he
Wonder why.
did a feast,
He's
a sacrifice without
all
them,
y'all
though?
over there, but not you. I guess so.
Yeah, let me see. I'm just checking the message. It says that he held a coronation feast, is what he calls this whole sacrificing thing. So I think maybe he's even just like crowning himself king, just going for it, but not having the priest
David
there.
isn't dead yet, is he?
No, but he's distracted cuddling virgins. Clearly, the time is right.
I see. Okay.
The iron is hot. My dad is not.
that classic saying. Yeah.
Beautiful. There you go. Then Nathan spoke to Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, saying, haven't you heard that Adonijah, the son of Haggith, reigns, and David our Lord doesn't know it? Now,
awkward.
I know. Now, therefore, come, please let me give you counsel that you may save your own life and the life of your son Solomon. Go and get you into King David and tell him, didn't you, my lord king, swear to your handmaid, saying, assuredly Solomon, your son, shall reign after me, and he shall sit on my throne? That's news to me,
yeah,
but okay.
That is news to me. Did that conversation happen? I don't know if we witnessed that conversation or that promise.
Maybe Nathan's like, well, he's old and is hanging out with virgins. He's not going to know the difference. He'll just be like, I did? Okay.
Just go gaslight him until your son is king.
Mm-hmm.
So we did preview this a little bit on a bonus. We mentioned this about Bathsheba, that this is one of the areas of sort of question about her character was this something that she plotted along with this person to trick David? Had this always been David's wishes and we're just finding out about it now? Or is she being manipulated by this guy to say that there's lots of different interpretations for like how active a role she took in this?
I am assuming it's in her best interest to be the queen mother.
I mean, sure, that definitely works out well for her.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would be good for her completely. So, okay. So assuredly Solomon, your son, shall reign after me, and he shall sit on my throne. Why then does Adonijah reign? Behold, while you yet talk there with the king, I will also come in after you and confirm your words. Well, that's helpful. Thanks, Nathan. Bathsheba went into the king into the chamber, and the king was very old, and Abishag.
Like, oh my gosh, he's so old.
Wow, I haven't seen you in years, man. Yikes. Abishag, the Shunammite, was ministering to the king. Bathsheba bowed and did obeisance to the king. The king said, "What would you?" She said to him, "My lord, you swore by Yahweh your God to your handmaid, saying, assuredly Solomon your son shall reign after me, and he shall sit on my throne. Now behold, Adonijah reigns, and you, my lord the king, don't know it. And he has slain oxen and fatlings and sheep in abundance, and has called all the sons of the king, and Abiathar the priest, and Joab the captain of your host, but he hasn't called Solomon your servant."
So what do you think? Is David going to take the bait? Is he going to believe her?
Well, isn't Solomon like a main boy in this whole book, the Bible? So,
Yeah,
yes.
probably. I mean, also, he does seem like Bathsheba was one of the wives he was into a lot, at least, if not the most. And
was she the bathing wife?
Yes.
Hence
Yes.
the name Bath.
Yes, not
Yes.
no, but yes. I mean, yes, but no.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, she was the one that Richard Gere was like.
Oh yeah, like super pervin on her roof.
Or wait,
Yeah.
it was Richard Gere and then also not Orson Welles. Dedeker, who was it? Was it Orson
Gosh. No, keep going. I'll look it up.
Welles? Okay.
But I was going to say
yes.
also when Solomon was born, there was I think it was David might have said something prophetic about him, but I know Yahweh for sure. When he was born, we heard that Yahweh was like, this one's awesome.
Gregory Peck.
This one's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You mean Solomon?
Solomon.
Yes.
Yeah. Stop reading the chat where people are talking about Gregory Peck being the one in that movie.
They answered the question.
Yeah. But that Solomon, that Yahweh was super into Solomon. And remember Yahweh wanted him to be named what was
King.
it? Jehoshaphat? No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Jedediah.
Jedediah. That's the one.
Jumpin' Jedediah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. You, my lord the king, the eyes of all Israel are on you, and that you should tell them who shall sit on the throne of my lord the king after him. Otherwise it will happen when my lord the king shall sleep with his fathers, that I and my son Solomon shall be counted offenders. Behold, while she yet talked with the king, Nathan the prophet came in. They told the king, saying, Behold, Nathan the prophet. Here he is.
Oh, I see. Everyone stopped and was like, "Behold, Nathan the prophet."
Nathan the prophet.
We
I
didn't
guess so.
expect him to walk after us like he said he would.
Yeah. When he was come in before the king, he bowed himself before the king with his face to the ground. Nathan said, My lord, king, have you said, Adonijah shall reign after me, and he shall sit on my throne? Do you want to go, Dedeker?
Is it me? All right, yeah, we got to split up this chapter.
Yeah, it's a long
What
one.
a cliffhanger. Okay.
All right, 25.
For he is gone down this day and has slain oxen and fatlings and sheep in abundance. He just can't let go of that. And has called all the king's sons and the captains of the host and Abiathar the priest. And behold, they are eating and drinking before him and say, Long live King Adonijah. But he hasn't called me, even your servant, and Zadok the priest, and Benihana the son of Jehoiada, and your servant Solomon. Is this thing done by my lord the king, and you haven't shown to your servants who should sit on the throne of my lord the king after him? Then King David answered, Call to me Bathsheba. I thought she was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, where'd she go?
So
Get her over here.
In the message here, it just says, King David took action, get Bathsheba back in here.
Oh, okay.
So it's like action-packed. He's been spurned to action.
Okay.
Okay.
She came into the king's presence and stood before the king. The king swore and said, "As Yahweh lives, who has redeemed my soul out of all adversity, most assuredly as I swore to you by Yahweh, the God of Israel, saying, Assuredly Solomon your son shall reign after me, and he shall sit on my throne in my place. Most assuredly so will I do this day." His new favorite word was assuredly, at least on that particular day.
He had one of those word of the day calendars, and that was today's.
It's like, ooh, assuredly.
Then Bathsheba bowed with her face to the earth and did obeisance to the king and said, "Let my lord King David live forever."
But not forever, because I do want my son to reign, though. So
Right.
forever.
King David said, "Call to me Zadok the priest, and Nathan the prophet, and Benihana the son of Jehoiada." They came before the king. The king said to them, "Take with you the servants of your lord, and cause Solomon my son to ride on my own mule, and bring him down to Gihon, and let Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet anoint him there king over Israel, and blow you the trumpet and say, 'Long live King Solomon.'"
Wow.
He has taken action.
Yeah.
"Then you shall come up after him, and he shall come and sit on my throne, for he shall be king in my place, and I have appointed him to be prince over Israel and over Judah."
Are we just setting ourselves up for another situation like when it was David versus Ishbosheth? Where it's like we're going to split the kingdom again, and they're going to have to war and fight to figure out who gets to rule it?
Oh, probably.
Feels like we might be going that direction.
I mean, I don't think this other person's going to abdicate peacefully.
So that's why it's called Kings. It's like king versus king.
First it was spy versus spy. Now it's king versus king.
Yeah. Right. So it's 2 Samuel : spy versus spy, and then 1 Kings : king versus king.
King versus king.
That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Definitely. Cool.
Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, I always confuse his dad's name. Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, answered the king and said, "Amen. Yahweh, the God of my lord the king, say so too. As Yahweh has been with my lord the king, even so be he with Solomon, and make his throne greater than the throne of my lord King David." So Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet and Benihana the son of Jehoiada and the Cherethites and the Pelethites went down and caused Solomon to ride on King David's mule and brought him to Gihon.
They caused him
to. That's such a weird way of putting it. It's like they just grabbed him and forced him onto a mule. He really didn't want to
like,
go.
Whoa, what's happening here? Also, how old?
I was just wondering that. Yeah.
How old is this kid at this point?
Hey, write that down. We can
write that
look
down.
that one up.
Yeah.
Zadok the priest took the horn of oil out of the tent and anointed Solomon. They blew the trumpet, and all the people said, "Long live King Solomon." All the people came up after him, and the people piped with pipes and rejoiced with great joy.
Good.
I bet they did.
So that the earth shook with the sound of them. They're a noisy bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Adonijah and all the guests who were with him heard it, as they had made an end of eating.
Oh, so they were separately having their own coronation party, and they finished eating, and then they hear...
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah. Awkward.
Did you hear some trumpets trumpeting?
Some pipes piping, maybe?
Yeah.
When Joab heard the sound of the trumpet, he said, "Why is this noise of the city being in an uproar?
Indeed.
Why is this noise of the city being in an uproar?" While he yet spoke, behold, Jonathan, the son of Abiathar, the priest, came, and Adonijah said, "Come in, for you are a worthy man, and bring good news." I don't know about that.
So that means that Joab is with Abiathar.
Yeah.
Or Adonijah.
Wait, Joab. Okay.
Yes.
Who?
Jonathan Banks, Joab, yes.
Oh.
So he's on the side of not Solomon. Right now it's...
Keeps.
Yeah.
He keeps
whatever
making
is in his best interest at that particular moment.
But the fact that he's avoided being totally slaughtered or killed
is amazing.
vengeance,
It's Jonathan Banks.
Truly amazing. Yeah. I wonder if this is going to be the thing that does him in. Jonathan answered Adonijah, "Most assuredly, our Lord King David has made Solomon king. And the king has sent with him Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet.
Nathan the prophet.
The prophet.
And Nathan the prophet, and Benihana the son of Jehoiada, and the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and they have caused him to ride on the king's mule. And Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet have anointed him king in Gihon. And they are come up from there, rejoicing, so that the city rang again. This is the noise that you have heard. Also, Solomon sits on the throne of the kingdom. Moreover,
So he is going to be king now. Whoops.
Moreover, the king's servants came to bless our Lord King David, saying, Your God make the name of Solomon better than your name, and make his throne greater than your throne. And the king bowed himself on the bed. It's odd detail in the story.
Okay.
Bowed himself. What does that mean?
Bowed while on the bed. He bowed himself on the bed.
Maybe
That's
because
what
he
I
was
got
so
for you.
sickly he couldn't stand up. He just had to kind of bow from where he was.
Kind of had to roll over.
Okay.
And thus said the king, Blessed be Yahweh, the God of Israel, who has given one to sit on my throne this day, my eyes even seeing it. All the guests of Adonijah were afraid and rose up and went every man his way. Talk about a buzzkill at the
They
end of
just
that party.
scattered.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Worst party ever.
Adonijah feared because of Solomon, and he arose and went and caught hold on the horns of the altar. It was told Solomon, saying, Behold, Adonijah fears King Solomon, for behold, he has laid hold on the horns of the altar, saying, Let King Solomon swear to me first that he will not kill his servant with the sword. Okay, so I guess I can give props to Adonijah for choosing to be humbling himself and afraid rather than, I'm going to dethrone him.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, not going to war right away. Yeah. I mean, it helps that everyone who was there to support him scattered. So,
Yeah.
They're like, whoops, psych, never mind.
Solomon said, If he shall show himself a worthy man, there shall not a hair of him fall to the earth. But if wickedness be found in him, he shall die. So King Solomon sent, and they brought him down from the altar. He came and did obeisance to King Solomon, and Solomon said to him, Go to your house.
How nice.
That's the end of the chapter.
Wow.
oh gosh.
There it is.
Wow.
The first chapter of this multi-book series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh. Well, I guess let's just keep this train going. But first, before we do that, we want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support this drunkest of Bible studies and keep this show going. 1 Kings, chapter 2. Now the days of David drew near that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I am going the way of all the earth. Be you strong, therefore, and show yourself a man, and keep the charge of Yahweh your God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, and his commandments, and his ordinances, and his testimonies, according to that which is written in the law of Moses, that you may
Don't forget the
prosper
grocery list.
in all that you do, and wherever you turn yourself. That was all one sentence. Wow.
Wow.
It was like the Spanish Inquisition from Monty Python. It's like, just be sure you walk in the way of Yahweh. Oh, and keep his statutes. Okay, the two things. Walk in the way of Yahweh and keep his statutes. Oh, and his commandments. Oh, shoot. Let me start over. Okay. That Yahweh may establish his word, which he spoke concerning me, saying, If your children take heed to their way, to walk before me in truth, with all their heart and with all their soul, there shall not fail you, said he, a man on the throne of Israel.
Said David? Said he.
I think said Yahweh. David's recounting what Yahweh had said to him. I think that's what that was. Moreover, you know also what Joab, the son of Zeruiah, did to me.
Uh-oh.
His comeuppance.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Even what he did to the two captains of the hosts of Israel, to Abner the son of Ner, and to Amasa the son of Jeter, whom he killed, and shed the blood of war in peace, and put the blood of war on his sash that was about his loins. Don't remember that. And in his shoes that were on his feet. Now that's
Wait a
just
minute.
weird.
Wait, he put blood in someone's shoes and also on a sash?
Is this a
in his
metaphor?
own?
It's got to be poetic, right? Has to be poetic. You know, like saying someone has someone's blood on their hands. It's a poetic.
But
it's
why
a poetic thing.
in those two particular places?
Yeah.
sash because that shows your rank and holds onto your sword, and shoes because they keep your feet warm and you can kick people better.
He had one miscongeniality, and then he got blood on that sash.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, do therefore according to your wisdom, and don't let his gray head go down to Sheol in peace.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh man, we've been
Okay.
building up to this moment.
Yeah, we
we keep wondering like when is it going to happen for Joab, and no one's
Here we
commented
go.
on anything wrong that he's done.
Yep.
Like this is the first time we've gotten even an accounting, even the fact that David kept track of it.
Did David
Yeah,
even know?
David's been
Gotten that
keeping
clue.
track of it, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
He's like, this guy's going to get his comeuppance someday
Right.
before I
Waiting.
die.
just waiting. Wow.
The message says, do what you think best with him, but by no means let him get off scot-free. Make him pay.
Scot-free.
Scot-free, yeah.
No way.
But show kindness to the sons of Barzillai the Gileadite, and let them be of those who eat at your table. For so they came to me when I fled from Absalom your brother. Behold, there is with you Shimei, the son of Gera, the Benjamite, of Bahurim, who cursed me with a grievous curse in the day when I went to Mahanaim. But he came down to meet me at the Jordan, and I swore to him by Yahweh, saying, I will not put you to death with the sword. Right.
Nice.
That was the guy that apologized and begged for forgiveness.
Okay.
Do you remember that, Emily? He was the guy kicking dust, who, when David came back, was like, hey, so, like, remember how I kicked dust at you and threw rocks and said bad things? Like, maybe forgive me?
When was that?
You don't remember the guy throwing dust?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Just
When
keep going.
was it?
James.
When
just
was
keep
it?
going.
It was when
How
David...
long ago was it?
A few episodes ago, when David was fleeing from Absalom, when Absalom
Okay.
took over, and he was like following after him, being like, you're a stupid head, you're a jerk, and like kicking dust and throwing rocks. And then when David came back victorious, he was like,
She's not
"Hey."
remembering, Jace.
No, she's really not. Wow. Okay.
No.
I'm just going to move on. Everyone else remembers. We'll just go with that.
Glad. Good for them. Glad I left such an impression on you.
Yeah. So where did I leave off here? Oh, yeah. I swore that I would not kill him. Yes. Now, therefore, don't hold him guiltless, for you are a wise man, and you will know what you ought to do to him. And you shall bring his gray head down to Sheol with blood. Oh, so he has
So
not
do
forgiven
kill him.
Yeah, okay.
So, be merciful, but kill him. Definitely kill him.
He's like, I had to promise that I wouldn't kill him, but you, however...
That burden falls on
Yeah.
you now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David.
Oh,
That's it.
Bye.
He's dead.
You go.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Goodbye,
Wow.
David.
Wow.
The last thing
Oh,
that he
geez.
says, it's
like,
okay,
kill that
Dedeker.
jerk.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the last thing that he says to his next king's son.
His next king's son. Yep. That's how we say that.
Well, rest in peace, David.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Bye, David.
The days that David reigned over Israel were 40 years. 7 years reigned he in Hebron, and 33 years reigned he in Jerusalem.
Wow.
Wow. Solomon
Cool.
sat on the throne of David his father, and his kingdom was established greatly. Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, came to Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon. She said, Come you peaceably? He said, Peaceably. He said, Moreover, I have somewhat to tell you. Somewhat. Not
Hold on.
something. Somewhat.
Can you tell me again who is speaking to whom?
This is Adonijah, the one who would be
Adonijah?
king. The son who
Yes.
would be king, but who's not.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Talking
talking,
to
to
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
And
Great.
she's like, whoa, hey,
yeah. A
We
little
good?
scared. Yeah. He said,
Yeah.
Moreover, I have somewhat to tell you. She said, Say on. He said, You know that the kingdom was mine, and that all Israel set their faces on me, that I should reign. However, the kingdom is turned about and is become my brother's, for it was his from Yahweh. Now I ask one petition of you, don't deny me. She said to him, "Say on." He said, "Please speak to Solomon the king, for he will not tell you no, that he give me Abishag the Shunammite as wife."
Oh, daddy is virgin that he didn't do anything with.
Yeah, okay.
What's his game here?
Is this a play or is it just because she's beautiful?
Yeah. Is he gonna? I don't trust it. There's got to be some kind of political move here.
It's another
so?
throwaway
Okay.
woman character. I don't know. Maybe not.
Another woman being used as a pawn for political gain.
Yeah. Okay, Bathsheba said, "Well, I will speak for you to the king." Bathsheba therefore went to King Solomon to speak to him for Adonijah. The king rose up to meet her and bowed himself to her and sat down on his throne and caused a throne to be set for the king's mother, and she sat on his right hand. Oh. Then she said, "I ask one small petition of you. Don't deny me." The king said to her, "Ask on, my mother, for I will not deny you." She said, "Let Abishag, the Shunammite, be given to Adonijah your brother as wife."
What if he's like, but I wanted her? Oh,
Mom,
yeah.
King Solomon answered his mother, "Why do you ask Abishag the Shunammite for Adonijah?"
he is wise. Solomon is wise. He's asking the right
It's
questions.
like, what? Yeah.
"Ask for him the kingdom also, for he's my elder brother. Even for him and for Abiathar the priest and for Joab the son of Zeruiah."
Whoa.
I guess he doesn't like this. Then King Solomon swore by Yahweh, shoot, saying, "God do so to me, and more also, if Adonijah has not spoken this word against his own life." I don't know what that means.
That sounds like he's saying, I'm willing to bet that Adonijah was the one who put my mom up to this.
I see.
Okay.
I'm checking the message here. It says, "May God do his worst to me if Adonijah doesn't pay for this with his life." Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
What?
yes. Okay.
Wow.
I didn't get that from what we just read, but okay.
"Now therefore, as Yahweh lives, who has established me and set me on the throne of David my father, and who has made me a house as he promised, surely Adonijah shall be put to death this day."
Ah, there it is.
Wow.
I feel like I'm missing just some very important context of what this could mean. You know, because this seems to me that him just asking for Abishag is much more than just him wanting this particular lady. You know,
Unless there's some very obvious political move that we're all just missing, but that he sees.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the political move? What's the chess move here that he's trying to pull?
Is it because she was with King David that then somehow that would give him more claim to something?
But they didn't even like consummate the relationship, right?
Yeah. But maybe people don't know that. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so he's pissed about it. He's real mad. "He shall be put to death this day." King Solomon sent by Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, and he fell on him so that he died. Okay. Wow.
Oh,
Killed his own
Benihana.
brother right
Wait,
there.
Benihana killed the other brother?
Yes. Benihana
Okay.
killed Adonijah at the behest of King Solomon.
Wow. All right. That was quick work. Okay. Jeez.
There it is. That's unfortunate. Jeez.
I know, right? I feel like King Solomon's always held up as this very wise king in Christian teachings and Sunday school and stuff.
Well, let's
right out
look
the
that up.
gate.
Like, why did he kill him over this concubine?
Yeah, I've already written
someone
it
make a
down.
note of that. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I did find out that supposedly he's 15 when he ascends to the throne.
Wow.
So he's
Little
a
baby boy.
young boy still. Yeah.
He's like, kill him now.
To
Okay.
Abiathar the priest, said the king, "Get you to Anatoth, to your own fields, for you are worthy of death." Oh, wow. He's
Why
really
is
going after
Abiathar?
everyone.
Is it everyone who sided with Adonijah?
Oh, yeah.
Adonijah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's got to be it. Yep.
Well.
Okay. "For you are worthy of death, but I will not at this time put you to death, because you bear the ark of the Lord Yahweh." before David my father, and because you were afflicted in all which my father was afflicted. So like you were loyal to my father, but you weren't loyal to me by siding with my brother, so you're kind of, I'm not going to kill you right now, but I want to.
But later. But have fun with your life for now.
Right.
I'm coming for you. Okay.
So Solomon thrust out Abiathar from being priest to Yahweh, that he might fulfill the word of Yahweh, which he spoke concerning the house of Eli in Shiloh. Anyone remember that?
No.
That is
Not
that
at all.
the Eli that no.
Oh, like Samuel's
No idea.
Eli? Maybe.
Yeah, that's the only Eli that I know,
Right, maybe.
that I recall knowing.
Okay, chapter 28, Jonathan Banks is back. The news came to Joab, for Joab had turned after Adonijah, though he didn't turn after Absalom. Joab fled to the tent of Yahweh and caught hold of the horns of the altar. Oh, he's pulling the same move
Oh my. Don't wield that thing.
here. It
It's
was
a bomb.
It was told King Solomon, Joab is fled to the tent of Yahweh, and behold, he is by the altar. Then Solomon sent Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, saying,
Benihana's like the friggin'
the avenger
murderer.
of blood this time. Yeah.
Seriously.
Go, fall on him. Benihana came to the tent of Yahweh and said to him, Thus says the king, come forth. He said, No. Let me see if I can do Jonathan Banks. No, but I will die here. Benihana brought the king word again, saying, Thus said Joab, and thus he answered me. The king said to him, Do as he has said, and fall on him, and bury him, that you may take away the blood which Joab shed without cause from me and from my father's house. Yahweh will return his blood on his own head, because he fell on two men more righteous and better than he, and killed them with the sword. And my father David didn't know it, to wit, Abner the son of Ner, captain of the host of Israel, and Amasa the son of Jeter, captain of the host of Judah. Just recapping, got it. So shall their blood return on the head of Joab, and on the head of his seed forever.
Uh-oh.
But to David, and to his seed, and to his house, and to his throne, there shall be peace forever from Yahweh.
Wow.
That's
Put
it's
that
like,
one on the record.
yeah, just so we're clear.
It's like
that's
you
me.
said it.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, went up and fell on him and killed him.
Oh,
Goodbye,
Bye,
Jonathan
Jonathan.
Banks. Yeah.
Thanks.
wow. Pour one out. Okay.
And he
okay,
was. And
sorry.
let me finish this sentence. And he was buried in his own house in the wilderness.
Oh, he had a house in the wilderness.
Apparently,
Huh?
yeah.
That sounds like something he would have.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I know David just died. I'm much sadder about Joab dying.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, yeah. What an
like-
anti-hero.
He's
David, we
maneuvered
were
his
ready
way.
for.
Yeah, he's maneuvered his way around all of these kings and all of these people and done a really good job until I guess Solomon's just on a killing spree.
Yeah, he's a survivor.
Cleaning house after his dad. Yeah. Okay.
Walter White got the best of him at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The king put Benihana, the son of Jehoiada, in his room over the host. Okay, so he's the new captain. And Zadok, the priest, did the king put in the room of Abiathar. I see in the room of means in the place of. I get it. Okay. The king sent and called for Shimei and said to him, Build yourself a house in Jerusalem and dwell there, and don't go forth from there anywhere.
Like,
What?
you got to stay there forever.
Like you got to
Have
build
fun.
your house and then be under house arrest? What?
I don't understand.
What's his beef with Shimei?
For on the
Was
day
Shimei one of the people that the king
okay.
was like, die? Yes?
It was one of the ones that the king talked about, yes. I just don't remember what he said about it.
Oh, Shimmy.
Oh,
Shimmy the
Shimmy.
throwing dust.
Shimmy was the
Yeah.
dust kicker. Yes, of course.
Oh,
Of
Dusty
course.
boy.
Okay. So build
legend,
yourself a
Dusty
house in
boy.
Jerusalem and dwell there, and don't go forth from there anywhere. For on the day you go out and pass over the brook Kidron, know you for certain that you shall surely die. Your blood shall be on your own head.
Okay, so it's kind of a house arrest, kind of an exile, kind of a probation.
Yeah, kind of like a house
situation.
arrest. Yeah.
Okay.
Shimmy said to the king, "The saying is good. As my lord the king has said, so will your servant do." Shimmy lived in Jerusalem many days.
Oh,
Many
good.
days?
Many days. It happened at the end of 3 years that 2 of the servants of Shimmy ran away to Achish, son of Maacah, king of Gath. They told Shimmy, saying, "Behold, your servants are in Gath." Shimmy arose and saddled his donkey and went to Gath.
Shimmy.
Yeah, you had one job, Shimmy. And went to Gath to Achish to seek his servants, and Shimmy went and brought his servants from Gath. It was told Solomon that Shimmy had gone from Jerusalem to Gath and was come again. The king sent and called for Shimmy and said to him,
I told you to stay.
"What part of stay in your freaking house don't you understand? Didn't I adjure you by Yahweh and protest to you, saying, know for certain that on the day you go out and walk abroad anywhere you shall surely die? And you said to me, the saying that I have heard is good? Why then have you not kept the oath of Yahweh and the commandment that I have charged you with?" The king said moreover to Shimmy, "You know all the wickedness which your heart is privy to, that you did to David my father. Therefore, Yahweh shall return your wickedness on your own head. But King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established before Yahweh forever."
Okay, we have to
He
always
just
throw
has to say
little
that
bit
again?
in
Okay, we
every
should-
single time.
We should
He's like,
drink
by
for
the way,
that.
nothing's going to happen to me, even though I'm going to kill you.
Okay, so every time Solomon has to remind us that he's going to be blessed.
Yeah.
Drink. Okay.
Yep. So the king commanded Benihana, the son of Jehoiada,
Dang.
and he went out and fell on him so that he died. The kingdom was established in the hand of Solomon. The end.
Wow.
Okay. Whenever I think of the story of King Solomon, it's the very famous story, even for people not familiar with the Bible, about the baby, right? And him not wanting to cut the baby in half. Maybe we'll get to that. Maybe we won't. We will get to it. It's in the Bible, right?
Well, yeah, it's in the
Right? I
Bible.
don't
We'll get to it
know.
eventually.
Okay. We'll get to it. Everyone holds up that story as the typical King Solomon story of like, he was just like so wise and like didn't want to kill a baby and stuff like that. And now I'm just like, first thing he did as soon as he was in office was just like, kill you, kill you, kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I guess, depending on how you read the story and how these other characters were played, you could see this as like, finally, he's like cleaning house, right? He's getting rid of all these traitors and stuff that David was like convinced into promising that he wouldn't kill and whatever, but
This kid is 15?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
When I looked it up, it
Well,
said he was
18,
15.
18 by the time Shimmy came wandering back.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But
So we do,
yikes.
I mean, maybe not now, but we do have to think about who we might bring in to audition for the part of Solomon.
Solomon through the ages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we might need to cast multiple people, sort of like we did for David, because he grows up, because he ages throughout it.
Did we cast multiple people for David?
Well, I think we just decided that we would have some other child actor play him when he's younger. So we might need a younger person for Solomon, but I have a pitch for you for Solomon. And
Okay.
we can maybe next week can be sort of the audition. We can see how it goes, but I think Michael B. Jordan could actually be really good for this. Did either of you watch the Fahrenheit 451?
No, I have not seen that.
The movie, the like HBO original movie, came out a few years ago. I watched it. It wasn't an amazing movie, but he's the lead in it, and that kind of arc of that character, sort of starting out as kind of a bad guy and sort of learning some things and becoming wise, but then still kind of going back and forth. I feel like Michael B. Jordan could play a good nuance of that. Even like in Black Panther too. I felt like his character was so good at kind of, he can be a little bit bad, but also kind of likable and justifiable, and you can really relate to him. Right. So anyway, he's my pitch, and he's a role I've been saving for a big character, and Solomon is a big character. So
okay, well, get his agent on the phone. We'll get him in for a screen test.
Yeah.
I know. He's not that he wouldn't need to audition. That would be just like an offer. But sure, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like screen tests though. Sometimes you
screen tests,
chemistry read.
Chemistry tests. Yeah.
Chemistry read. We'll have to cast some other people in order for him to have a chemistry read with them.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, what do you think is going to happen from here?
Solomon's probably going to kill more people.
Oh, see, I think we're going to move on now. I think we're done establishing.
Oh, okay. So he's going to be like a nicer person eventually.
I don't
know if he's going to be nice, but
yeah, I don't think we're ever done with killing people in this book. I'm sorry.
Okay. True.
The whole book. Yeah.
Whole book. No. There's going to be some brutal murders.
All that I know is that baby story is going to happen. Besides that, who knows? Anything could happen. Anything at all.
Definitely.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, this has been fun. If you want to get in on our live recordings that we've been doing every single week, go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live to get more information about that. Thank you all for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in the Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Biblecast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Emily Matlack, and me, Dedeker Winston. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional